Hello, everybody. SoCal Saber here. How y'all doing? Well, what we have here tonight is a demonstration by request. One of our subscribers requested that I do a demo on Tower Simulator 3 Assistant, showing it more of what it's actually doing and so forth than I did in my last video, which I didn't show very much at all. And so that's what we're going to do. So the first thing, if you're interested in it, go over to Field Discord, pick up the file. It'll come as a zip file. You'll unzip it and you'll get a folder like this here and put it wherever you're going to remember where it is. I put mine in my program files so that before the game starts, before I even load the game up, I go to the assistant and I click on it. Mine comes up on my other monitor, as you can see here. So I'll be pulling over here for most of the show today. So but in the meantime, let's pause here as I want to get the game started and show you how it syncs up. See how all this stuff is on there? It'll be gone when we get started here. Stand by. Okay, the game is loading. You can see that it was all blanked out once it started. It'll get to a certain point and loaded. When it figures, make sure you click that little green button down on the right down there. That'll do the syncing for you. And then here it comes. It's showing you again where it's syncing up to where we're going to be playing. I'm going to use the same airport so I don't have to change cameras that I did on the video the other night. But the primary purpose is for this assistant, so that you don't have to keep going down to the flight data strips. I'm working those also. It's a big hindrance. Because you know, in real life, there are at least two controllers working, one on a midnight shift. And most of the time, there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them working. But one guy's working local, one guy's working the ground control, and one guy's working specifically that flight data position, not the guy that's controlling the planes like you're doing in this game. Okay, so as you can see, we got some stuff happening over here already. I'm going to get a window open up over here so I can...
Salt Lake City ground. Executive 9048 with information Bravo requesting push and start.
Okay, this is the guy that just called me here. And he's requesting push and start. You can see what his call sign says there also. And then here's his call sign and shows you yellow. So now we're going to go. Exec 9048, pushback approved. Expect runway 35. And it's going to go
pushback approved. Expect runway 35. Executive 9048.
Got a couple guys going to be coming in here. You can see another plane is boarding, getting ready to go out. They're over on the general aviation side of the airport.
Salt Lake City ground. Flixjet 346 with information Bravo. Ready to start.
Flexjet 346 approved. Expect runway 35.
Approved and expect runway 35. Flixjet 346.
Pull it. On here. I'm going to go over there and show you where these guys are. And over here in general aviation. I want to show you another cool thing once this guy starts taxiing here that I just found out recently. It has nothing to do with this assistant, but it's a nice thing with that last update that gave us this stuff here. And it really helps me if I forget a call sign or couldn't remember how to pronounce it right. I'll show you how that works.
Salt Lake City ground. Executive 9048 ready for taxi.
I'm going to say it was him that just, and we couldn't understand what he was saying. So we're going to go over here and we're going to click on here. We're going to double click on it. Okay, and then it's going to say, Jet 948, and what did you want him to do? You're going to say continue taxi. You're going to command and then listen, and he's going to tell you how to say his call sign.
Continue taxi. Executive 9048.
Salt Lake City ground. Flixjet 346 ready to taxi.
FlexJet 346, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. FlixJet 346.
Three comments.
Salt Lake City Tower, FedEx 716 Heavy on final 34 right.
FedEx 716 Heavy, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Runway 34 right, clear to land. FedEx 716 Heavy. Salt Lake City Tower, ExecJet 611 on final 34 left.
ExecJet 611, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land. ExecJet 611.
FlexJet 346, runway 35, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. See how these guys are moving around, the strips moving
Runway
around?
35,
I just cleared
clear
him.
for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. FlixJet 346.
Got two guys coming in. You can see the runways that they're on. And this is, I think, where their gates are. If you know the gates, you can tell, but you can click on it also to find out. No, it's a big, to me, it's a very, very big hill. And it shows 948 still taxiing out here. See this? Come on, FlexJet, roll. ExecJet 948, runway 35, line up and wait.
Runway 35, line up and wait. ExecJet 948. Salt Lake City Tower, United 2328 on final 34 right.
United 2328, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Runway 34 right, clear to land. United 2328.
Hold this. I'm closing it. I closed it one time and I put it back open again. Oh. ExecJet 948, runway 35, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 35, clear for takeoff. On reaching altitude
Notice the color change,
1000,
there was a
contact
purple
departure.
change in there.
ExecJet 948.
There's a purple and then it moved over here. There it is rolling up there. So if you're working it on the other monitor, you see it all the time, so you don't have to be moving stuff around. If you're going to work it on one monitor, I don't know exactly how you're going to do it, but I'm sure that you wiggle around, because you can change the sizes of them, which way they're laid out, and so forth, and so that really helps a lot in controlling the aircraft. This is an air traffic control simulation, so if I want to work the flight data, I will use the other strips, because you can still see the other strips. I'll show you here. Okay, so because we had ExecJet 948 take off and the other guy leave, they both left. You could still control them. I'll put this over for a second. If you wanted to. Keep up. The other guys are coming in. Over the tower, look at what's happening on the aerodrome here. FedEx in on runway 34 right. Kind of a thing that we got. Yeah, we got plenty of separation. Back up over the tower. Let's bring this thing back over to you, Tim. FedEx 716 Heavy, taxi to apron.
Taxi to apron. FedEx 716 Heavy.
One thing I didn't, on my last video, I didn't show enough of. This airport here, this screen. So people, what's actually going on in the airport when it's happening. ExecJet 611, taxi to apron.
Taxi to apron. ExecJet 611.
I'm gonna watch because he's gonna be taxiing right across the middle of the airport. The other
Salt Lake City ground, UPS 59er75 with information Bravo, requesting push and start.
UPS 59er75, pushback approved. Expect runway 34 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34 right. UPS 59er75.
Salt Lake City Tower, Southwest 4239er on final 34 right.
Southwest 4239, runway 34 right, clear to land. We'll move it up. Boom. Right up there.
Runway 34 right, cleared to land. Southwest 4239er.
United in. That's ExecJet's got to go all the way over to the other side of the airport. He got a long taxi. What? I don't have to run my lights on and that on again. Let's get them on before I forget it. United 2328, taxi to apron.
Taxi to apron. United 2328.
These guys will stay with you until they get to their parking areas. How you coming doing over here, ExecJet? ExecJet 611, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. ExecJet 611.
Salt Lake City ground, UPS 59er75 ready to taxi.
UPS 59er75, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. UPS 59er75.
I think we got a little problem with that ExecJet. He's going to need some detailed instructions. I don't have my thing open big enough to be able to give them to him. Stuck right down here. And then right into here. Not ever get that guy off. So get this guy taxiing again. ExecJet 611, taxi to parking via Alpha, November.
Salt Lake City ground. Delta 12904 with information Bravo. Requesting push and start.
Delta 12904. Pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left. Delta 12904.
Salt Lake City Tower, UPS 2844 heavy on final 34 right.
UPS 2844 heavy, runway 34 right, clear to land. Trying to get this exec jet.
Runway 34 right, cleared to land. UPS 2844 heavy.
Exec jet SIS-11, taxi to apron via Alpha, Yankee.
Taxi to apron via Alpha, Yankee. Exec jet 611.
Maybe he'll start moving. He's not moving still. Well, sometimes they just get stuck and they can't understand commands. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down your video settings or use a faster encoding. The first time I ever saw that. Maybe the video is going to collapse. If this collapses on me, I just want to thank you. I hope you got everything you wanted to see out of this. Southwest 4239er taxi to apron.
Taxi to apron. Southwest 4239er.
Salt Lake City ground. Delta 12904 ready to taxi.
Delta 12904, continue taxi. Here.
Continue taxi. Delta 12904.
I'm going right in front of that guy if you can get by him.
Salt Lake City ground, Southwest 540 with information Bravo, requesting push and start.
Southwest 540, pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34 left. Southwest 540.
Let's see how far this guy is. Well, quite a ways. That's UPS 59er75, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. UPS 59er75.
So that's about how it works.
Salt Lake City ground, Delta 1382 with information Bravo, requesting push and start.
Delta 1382, pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34 left. Delta 1382.
Oh, got myself a problem here. Southwest 4239er, hold position.
Hold position. Southwest 4239er.
A lot of that. Thing had me blocked though. And you can do a lot of
Salt Lake City ground, Southwest 540 ready to taxi.
Southwest 540, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Southwest 540.
Here comes this UPS that just took off right here. As soon as he gets airborne, it'll change on him. As soon as he changes the departure control, it'll be off my shift. Boom, so he's gone right there. Successful takeoff, and he's gone. Southwest 4259er, continue taxi. Oh, it's 39er. Southwest 4239er, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Southwest 4239er.
904, Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1294.
Salt Lake City ground, Delta 1382 ready to taxi.
Delta 1382, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1382.
UPS 2844 Heavy, taxi to apron.
Taxi to apron. UPS 2844 Heavy. Salt Lake City ground. Delta 1454 with information Bravo requesting push and start.
Delta 1454, pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left. Delta 1454.
Salt Lake City ground, Alaska 510 with information Bravo, requesting push and start.
Alaska 510, pushback approved. Expect runway 34 left.
Pushback approved, expect runway 34 left. Alaska 510.
Come on down there. Well, I hope you got to see everything you wanted to see on here. I wanted to see if I could show you anything else. Let me see if I can do some stuff here. If I get goofed up, it'll take you up here to departures. Okay. By clicking on that, talk about departures and arrivals. Gates. Look at all the different gates where all these people are going to be going. It shows you all of that good stuff. Now this won't let me close this. Ah. Oh.
Salt Lake City ground. Delta 1454 ready for taxi.
Won't let me close this. Now I got a real trouble. So anyway, until I figure out how to get out of there, let's see if this will help. I can't put it, won't even let me pull it over. So, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you guys got everything you needed. If you want some more, please let me know and I will do another one. But this is SoCal Saber saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.